In the beginning of 2025, researchers in Wiltshire captured the impossible. A massive crop circle forming in real time, materializing in just 15 seconds beneath a glowing orb of light. Multiple sensors recorded electromagnetic spikes that maxed out scientific equipment, while the formation appeared with mathematical precision that defies explanation. The speed and complexity we witnessed simply isn't possible with our current understanding of physics, says Dr. Michael Baer from ETH Zurich, who analyzed plant samples showing inexplicable DNA methylation shifts across multiple species. What makes this discovery truly shocking? Nearby stations detected a gravitational ping. At the exact moment of formation, MIT's advanced AI systems failed repeatedly to replicate the pattern, and archaeologists discovered the design matches a 7,000-year-old megalithic carving from France. This isn't just another crop circle mystery. It might be evidence of a technology or intelligence operating on a scale that can only be described as godlike, and mainstream science has no explanation. But what happens next is even more mind-blowing and could change everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. The weird findings. When scientists analyzed the evidence from the 2025 Crop Circle event, 4 discoveries emerged that have shattered conventional explanations. First, the DNA resonance shift. Cambridge and ETH Zurich researchers sequenced genomes from wild plants and insects, both inside and surrounding the formation. What they found defies biological understanding: uniform shifts in DNA methylation patterns across multiple species, occurring simultaneously. These epigenetic changes, which normally happen in response to environmental stress over generations, appeared overnight. The consistency suggests a high-frequency bioresonant field temporarily tuned the genetics of every living organism in the area. We don't know how to explain such uniform genetic alterations across species from a single localized event, admits Dr. Michael Baer, molecular biologist at ETH Zurich. It's as if something briefly rewrote the biological programming of everything in that field. Even more puzzling, a nearby geophysics station picked up what scientists describe as a gravitational ping at precisely 3:13 a.m., the exact moment cameras captured the formation appearing. This micro-disturbance in Earth's gravitational field matches no known seismic or industrial signature. According to data specialists who analyzed the readings, the pulse was too weak for an earthquake, too fast for machinery, but it was there, and it lines up to the second with when the crop circle formed. But the third discovery takes this mystery cosmic. Astrophysicists cross-checking the geometric structure of the formation made a startling connection. The pattern perfectly mirrors a mathematical sequence embedded in a fast radio burst recorded by Canada's KIME telescope just 11 months earlier. It's as if someone was translating that radio burst into a language of geometry and putting it at our feet, explains a researcher who worked with the data. The probability of this matching by chance is virtually zero. When MIT researchers attempted to reverse engineer the pattern using advanced AI systems trained on millions of geometric and mathematical symbols, they hit a roadblock. Despite multiple attempts, the generative models failed to replicate the design. Their conclusion: the pattern is non-human optimized, meaning it follows logical principles beyond typical human or AI creative intuition. One computer scientist involved stated, "It's like trying to get an AI to paint a dream it hasn't had. It just couldn't." If you're finding these revelations as mind-blowing as we do, hit subscribe now. But what's even more incredible is that these 4 breakthroughs are just the beginning of what researchers found. Escalating revelations. The mystery deepens with what researchers call the shadow of time, A stunning connection discovered by archaeologist Dr. Emma Harrington while reviewing the crop formation photographs. She noticed the geometric pattern matched an engraving on a 7,000-year-old megalithic dolmen in Brittany, France. A series of spirals and interconnected lines dismissed for decades as mere prehistoric decoration. The resemblance is so precise that statistical analysis puts the odds of coincidence at less than 1 in several million. This changes everything about how we interpret these ancient carvings, explains Dr. Harrington. What if these weren't just decorative symbols? What if they were records? These ancient cultures may have witnessed the same phenomenon we just documented in 2025. But even more troubling is the apparent foreknowledge of the event. Amateur satellite trackers monitoring the region reported that a government surveillance satellite mysteriously repositioned itself directly over Wiltshire, approximately 6 hours before the formation appeared. When researchers attempted to access public satellite archives for the area, they discovered a 40-minute gap in available imagery, exactly covering the time frame when the crop circle formed. This blackout window remains unexplained. They moved a satellite before it happened, notes one observer from the satellite tracking community. That's not coincidence. Local witnesses reported military vehicles arriving on scene within an hour of the formation's appearance, cordoning off access roads and restricting public entry. Officials later claimed this was a routine exercise, but several residents disputed this explanation. The speed of their response suggests they knew something was coming, says a local farmer who witnessed the military arrival. It was like they were waiting for it. Perhaps most intriguing is what researchers discovered when they overlaid the formation's geometric pattern onto topographical maps of the region. The design wasn't random. It aligned precisely with known subsurface anomalies and electromagnetic hotspots that had been mapped by geological surveys years earlier. It's not just a message, it's a map, explains geophysicist Dr. Jonathan Weiss. When you layer the formation onto the landscape, it doesn't just sit on it, it interacts with it. The pattern appears to be pointing towards something beneath the ground, perhaps natural resonance structures, ancient cavities, or gravitational gradients we've yet to fully understand. If you find these revelations fascinating, don't forget to subscribe. We break down discoveries like this every week that you won't find anywhere else. But as researchers continue their investigation, the most profound question remains: what force or intelligence could create such a formation? And why now? The event captured. The most compelling evidence comes from what researchers actually recorded during those fateful 15 seconds when the formation appeared. Multiple cameras captured a bright, basketball-sized orb of light hovering silently above the field at 3:13 a.m. As it moved, the barley beneath it fell in perfectly geometric patterns, not crushed or damaged, but precisely bent into intricate designs. The electromagnetic sensors told an even more dramatic story. High-frequency electromagnetic spikes in the hundreds of megahertz range were recorded, while spectrum analyzers detected unusual microwave radiation bursts. Magnetometers went completely off-scale, and sensitive equipment picked up infrasound vibrations at approximately 5.2 kilohertz just before the crops fell. It happened so fast, yet with such precision, reports one technician who monitored the equipment. One moment the field was normal, the next it contained a design so complex it would take a team of artists days to create. When researchers entered the formation immediately afterward, they experienced bizarre effects. Fresh batteries instantly drained, compasses spun erratically, and drones reported magnetic interference causing navigation errors. The precision of the design defies explanation. Surveyors confirmed the circles were perfect within half an inch over diameters exceeding 100 feet. But it's what mathematicians found encoded in the pattern that has truly stunned experts. The design incorporates Euler's famous mathematical equation, pronounced Euler's equation, often called the most beautiful equation in mathematics. Other sections calculate pi to several decimal places, while portions outline specific musical frequency ratios that correspond to healing harmonics. This isn't random, it's a deliberate mathematical communication, states mathematician Dr. Sophia Chen. The question is, from whom? Physical anomalies confirmed. Laboratory analysis of the physical evidence has only deepened the mystery. Plant stems within the formation show classic signs of exposure to some unknown energy source. Elongated nodes, blown-out cavities, and internal cell structure changes. The plants weren't broken, they were heated from the inside out and gently bent at the nodes, explains botanist Dr. James Harper. We've seen this in other authentic formations, but never with such uniform intensity across the entire pattern. Even more puzzling are the microscopic metallic particles found scattered throughout the formation. Analysis revealed these to be near-perfect iron spheres, 10 to 50 microns in diameter, arranged in precise radial patterns from the center of each circle. These particles are almost pure iron and strongly magnetized, notes materials scientist Dr. Amelia Richardson. The distribution pattern suggests they cooled from a molten state within a powerful magnetic field, something that simply shouldn't be possible in an open field without specialized equipment. Seeds harvested from plants inside the formation displayed unexpected properties. In controlled germination experiments, these seeds sprouted 40% faster than control samples and exhibited significantly higher vitality, despite appearing slightly stunted. Soil samples revealed evidence of brief, intense heating. X-ray diffraction analysis showed crystalline structures in clay minerals that typically require kiln-like temperatures to form, yet the surrounding plants showed no signs of burning. Perhaps most inexplicable was the discovery of a fine white powder scattered lightly across the formation. Laboratory analysis identified it as 99.99% pure hydromagnesite, a mineral compound never found naturally in such purity. This must be synthetic, confirmed a mineralogist, who verified the finding. But how did a laboratory-grade compound end up delicately coating plants across hundreds of square feet of remote farmland? We have no explanation. The scientific community's response to the discovery has been unprecedented. Experts from prestigious institutions who previously dismissed crop circles now find themselves confronting evidence they cannot explain. A team of botanists from Cambridge University, after examining plant samples, acknowledged the reality of the phenomenon. We see clear evidence of physical forces at work, high heat, electromagnetic fields. But we don't know what could cause such targeted effects without conventional equipment. It's unlike any plant response I've ever seen, admitted one senior researcher. MIT physicists who analyzed the electromagnetic data conceded that the energy signature is real and extraordinary, comparing it to a focused microwave beam, yet one deployed with surgical precision in an open field. This makes no sense with our current technology, concluded their report. Even government defense analysts quietly reviewed the findings, concerned whether a foreign power or rogue group might possess such capabilities. Their assessment: no known aircraft, drone, or satellite technology could create complex patterns via directed energy without leaving other traces or being detected. The BLT research team, civilian scientists who pioneered crop circle studies decades ago, feel vindicated. In 1999, they published a paper suggesting many crop circles were formed by an organized ion plasma vortex, a spinning, energetic whirlwind delivering bursts of microwave energy. Their theory, once controversial, now stands as the leading scientific explanation. It's vindication, says Nancy Talbot of BLT Research. We've measured these energy effects for years. Now we've actually seen it happen, energy interacting with plants in real time. Emmy Award-winning journalist Linda Moulton Howe, who has documented crop circle anomalies for decades, sees profound implications. This opens a new frontier. We may be dealing with a technology that could even be beneficial if understood. Something that can bend stalks without destroying them, alter seeds for better growth, maybe even heal. Colin Andrews, one of the first researchers to catalog crop circles in the 1980s, called the 2025 documentation the Holy Grail of crop circle research. At last, we have the smoking gun data. This confirms what witnesses have reported for years, formations appearing in seconds accompanied by light phenomena. Ancient symbolism and cosmic connection. As researchers analyze the formation's design, startling connections to ancient symbolism continue to emerge, suggesting this phenomenon has deep historical roots. Several anthropologists noted the pattern incorporates elements found in ancient Mayan glyphs, specifically calendar symbols relating to cosmic cycles. Another section mirrors the Antakarana, an ancient Tibetan healing symbol dating back thousands of years. What's remarkable is how precisely these elements are integrated, notes cultural anthropologist Dr. Rebecca Williams. It's as if whoever created this has intimate knowledge of sacred geometry across multiple civilizations. When Hopi Native American elders viewed photographs of the formation, they reportedly recognized shapes matching their ancient prophecies. "The earth is speaking to us again," one elder warned. "These are not random designs. They carry messages about balance and harmony that our ancestors understood." The recurring proximity of many crop circles to ancient sacred sites raises further questions. Nearly half of all UK formations appear within 15 kilometers of Neolithic monuments like Avebury stone circles, suggesting both phenomena may be drawn to the same energetic hotspots on the landscape. Perhaps most fascinating is the connection to cymatics, the science of how sound creates geometric patterns in physical media. Laboratory experiments show that when frequencies increase, the complexity of patterns on vibrating surfaces also increases. What we're seeing in fields may essentially be frozen sound geometry, explains acoustic physicist Dr. James Morrison. These crop formations could be sonic blueprints, physical imprints of specific frequencies that carry information. This raises an intriguing possibility. What if crop circles represent communication through vibrational archetypes, a universal language of pattern and frequency that transcends conventional linguistics? Ancient cultures often spoke of gods or sages who could move stones or shape matter with sound, Morrison continues. Perhaps we're rediscovering that principle with a phenomenon that operates on the boundary between energy and matter, frequency and form. The geometric precision encoded in the formation suggests not random artistry, but deliberate communication through mathematical and vibrational language, a message waiting to be fully decoded. Broader implications. As researchers continue to study the formation and its extraordinary properties, the question shifts from how it happened to why. What purpose could such an elaborate demonstration serve? Is this a test of our scientific awareness, a warning about our relationship with Earth, or an invitation to decode nature's deeper laws? Asks Dr. Elena Martinez, theoretical physicist specializing in quantum field theory. Whatever created this formation clearly possesses knowledge far beyond our current understanding. Three main theories have emerged among serious researchers about the source of this phenomenon. Some propose an unknown intelligence, perhaps non-human, attempting communication through geometric language and energetic imprints. The mathematical precision and encoded information suggest deliberate messaging rather than random natural effects. Others favor the Gaia hypothesis, that Earth itself may be generating these patterns as a kind of planetary immune response or self-regulating mechanism. The formations often appear at critical junctures on the Earth's energy grid, suggesting they might function as energetic acupuncture for planetary balance. A third perspective suggests an Earth-based consciousness we've yet to recognize, neither alien nor human, but indigenous to our world, yet operating beyond our awareness. The ancient connections hint at a force that has interacted with humanity throughout history, occasionally making itself known through phenomena like the one we've documented. Whatever the explanation, one implication stands clear. We are not alone in shaping the world or in understanding it. Something else appears to be participating in Earth's story alongside humanity, demonstrating capabilities that, from our perspective, can only be described as godlike. Perhaps the most profound realization, reflects Dr. Martinez, is that we may need to expand our definition of intelligence and consciousness beyond our human-centric view. These formations challenge us to consider forms of awareness that communicate not through words, but through geometry, energy, and resonance. As one humbled physicist put it after reviewing all the evidence, it feels like we're in the presence of something groundbreaking, maybe even the early days of a new science. Nature doesn't read our textbooks. It may have surprises for us yet. If this discovery blew your mind, don't miss what's coming next. Subscribe and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning of our exploration into phenomena that challenge everything we thought we knew about reality. What we've witnessed is a design that defies logic, a message that rewrites what we know about energy, life, and time itself. The evidence is undeniable. A formation created in seconds, plants physically altered at the molecular level, mathematical codes embedded in perfect geometry, and connections to ancient knowledge spanning thousands of years. Scientists are speechless. The data is real, and the mystery is just beginning. Independent teams continue to analyze samples and measurements from the event, with new discoveries emerging regularly. Whatever force or intelligence created this remarkable formation, it has demonstrated capabilities beyond our current scientific understanding. In a world of predictable patterns and explainable phenomena, this was something different, something that operates with knowledge, precision, and power far beyond human capability. Something that, lacking better terminology, we can only describe as godlike. The crop fields of southern England have become an open-air laboratory, and perhaps a canvas for communication that invites further study. As one researcher remarked, with each delicate stalk bent but not broken in service of a grand design, we are challenged to expand our imaginations and embrace the possibility that we are not the sole authors of the patterns in our existence.